this video, we will be looking at the Italian Mafia and how they operate. The term mafia has been loosely thrown around when we describe gangs or criminal groups. However, its origins come from Italy. The Italian Mafia has built a fearsome reputation over the years, originally starting in Sicily in the early 1800s. Nowadays, they consist of many smaller clans all over Italy. The main three clans are the 'Ndrangheta, Cosa Nostra, and Camorra. Chapter 1. The Families. As we mentioned, the Italian Mafia is made up of many clans. Within these divisions, there are different families that together form one clan. It will be very difficult for a family to stand alone. They work together. For example, one family may have more experience in logistics and another in finance. Together, they will collaborate towards the same goal, each specializing in their respective fields. Members of the Italian Mafia are all, of course, Italian, to some degree at least. If you are blood, you do not need to be made, meaning you are automatically a part of the Mafia. However, if you marry into the family, you need to be made. This is often done as a ritual. You would go to the Madonna del Montagna and follow the procession, after which you would be made. This does not automatically mean you are respected within the Mafia. You have to earn it. Chapter 2. Hierarchy. The hierarchy of the Italian Mafia, like most criminal organizations, is ironically similar to that of the army. At the top is the boss. This is the head of the family, so to say. He is commonly referred to as capo. He authorizes all operations and is only replaced for two reasons: if he goes to prison or dies. Second in command is his advisor, commonly known as the consigliere. He acts on behalf of the boss when he is not able to attend to matters. Below him are the generals, who oversee the smooth running of operations. Next in the chain of command are the lieutenants, who relay orders to the soldiers and are in charge of them. Finally, the soldiers are last on the ranking. They are the ones who carry out the orders sent by the boss. Members in lower ranks only move up if they have proven their loyalty and showcase greater skills than someone higher than them. All of these members are blood related or have married into the family. Some would include associates in the hierarchy of the Mafia. However, they are not official members. These are people like your lawyers, judges, doctors, etc., who are bought off by the Mafia. Chapter 3. Violence. The Italian Mafia has built a fearsome reputation. They do this to show they mean business. Unfortunately, if there was no fear, no one would care. However, their way about it is very organized. The elderly, women, and children, as well as any civilians, must be protected at all times. If they have a target, they will remove the target without harming anyone else. Despite this, a form of their revenue comes from extortion and forcibly taking over businesses. They have very strict rules, one of which is that no member of a family is allowed to go out and kill a member of another family. If there's a situation where one family is targeting someone and that person happens to be in another family's turf, that family would have to call that other family who owns the turf and request permission to act on their turf. Chapter 4. Drugs and Money. The Italian Mafia brings in roughly 100 billion US dollars a year. They have many sources of income such as robbery, extortion, kidnapping, and gambling. They were thriving during the COVID pandemic, often buying failing businesses and convincing owners to sell. This meant they could clean more money more quickly. Their main source of income is drug trafficking. It is believed the drugs come from North Africa through Turkey, where it is then shipped off to 9 other countries. Majority of the drugs come through the ports. Everybody from the crew members to security guards and drivers are paid off. At one stage, the Italian Mafia had an informant in the police force. They would be notified of any information the police had on them, when raids were going to happen, and even evidence being destroyed. Chapter 5. Famous Italian gangster Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano is considered to be the man who took crime and organized it. He is famous for starting the Commission, which was a group of the 5 mafia families from America. The Commission formed to enforce order and prevent unnecessary killings that were happening. Luciano is in fact from Italy. From his early days, he was involved in crime. He moved to America at a young age, where he continued to commit crimes like robberies, extortion, and racketeering. Eventually, he became the leader of one of the 5 American mafia families, the Genovese family. However, in 1936, Luciano was sentenced to 30 to 50 years in prison, but struck an agreement during World War II and was released after 10 years on the agreement that he be deported back to Italy. On the 26th of January 1962, Lucky was at the airport where he was meeting a writer to discuss a movie about his life. Before he could meet with the writer, Lucky had a heart attack and died. The Italian Mafia has been operating for over 2 centuries now. They are considered to be one of the most powerful and organized criminal groups in the world. Perhaps this comes down to their fearsome reputation and clear-cut hierarchy. They are still prevalent today and operate in many countries.